G'day guys, welcome back to Living with BC. I'm Ben. Today we're going to have a chat about my latest monthly challenge. It was Dry July, so no booze for the whole month of July. We're now almost 3 weeks into August, so I'm quite behind making these videos for you guys. So we're going to skip the intro and get stuck straight into it. Let's go. Alrighty, if you have been watching my videos for a while, you'll know that I did a no booze challenge at the beginning in January. So that was my number one, my first challenge to kick off the year of monthly challenges. Pretty much the same kind of thing. This was pretty easy for me. It wasn't a huge challenge. I wasn't sort of craving anything. I didn't sort of feel like I really needed a beer or I really needed a drink or anything like that. There was one time my wife and I tried a bunch of different chocolates just to sort of compare them all. And I picked one that had brandy in it, completely forgetting that in 2 days' time I was going to start my no booze challenge. So I haven't had that yet because as of right now I'm on my vegan month and it also had milk in it. So brandy, that was out for my no booze challenge, and milk out for my vegan month challenge. So haven't had that yet, but that's the only real thing that's sort of, if you want to, like a barrier, that, an obstacle that's come up. Other than that, everything was pretty easy breezy, smooth sailing for me. I quite often will take time off drinking, not necessarily as structured as this, like from the first to the end of the month, but I will go, like I might drink 3 days in a row and then not drink for a week and a half, or I might drink 2 days, have 2 days off, drink 2 days, and then not drink for 2 weeks. I'm pretty sort of sporadic in my drinking, so I'm not like a, every second day or every day drinker, or I drink every Saturday and every Wednesday or something like that. So for me, it's pretty easy to sort of just shrug it a bit. In terms of physiological or psychological changes, I didn't really notice anything until after I went back to drinking. So during the month, I felt the same as normal. I didn't feel like I had more energy or anything like that. But when I had a drink on the 1st and 2nd of August, I had a horrible sleep both those nights, both nights that I was drinking, and felt really sluggish the next day. Obviously then, you kind of get used to it, you build up a bit of a tolerance, but obviously being away from it for a month, your body kind of heals effectively. Like, alcohol's a toxin. We know this. It's just a toxin we tolerate, it's like caffeine. Like, it is a drug. It's just something we tolerate and we accept, and we hopefully moderate it as much as possible. Some people don't though, and that's their own challenge, I guess. So yeah, for me, didn't really notice any physical changes or anything like that. Like I said, didn't notice I had more energy or more focus or whatever. It was really just after I'd finished that I noticed that alcohol had a negative effect when I was drinking it, rather than a positive effect when I wasn't drinking it, if that makes sense. I think it's important to sort of point out here, this happened to me, not to do with alcohol, but I was hanging around some people a few years ago who were really inactive and ate really poorly. Like, they'd eat a lot of takeaway. They were snacking on chips and chocolate and things like that, like a lot of junk food in their life and very little exercise, if any. And I ate a little bit better and exercised a little bit more than them. But because I was in such close proximity with them, I thought I was a lot healthier than I was. I was still eating some junk food. I was still snacking on chocolate. But because I wasn't snacking on as much chocolate or eating as much junk food or sitting around for as long as they were, I thought I was in a pretty good shape. I thought I was in a pretty good spot in life. And it wasn't until I sort of took a step back and looked objectively, I'm like, you know what? I'm heavier than I should be. I'm nowhere near as fit as I would like to be. I get puffed going up a couple flights of stairs, things like that. And then when you sort of assess how much you're eating and you go like, yeah, I'm actually eating pretty poorly, even though there's, bits of fruit and veggies throughout my diet. I'm eating pretty average, right? Having pizza once or twice a week, which is just saturated with fat. And so I guess the similar sort of thing could happen to people. Like, if you have a friend who drinks 7 days a week and you only drink 5, like, drinking 5 days a week is still a significant amount of alcohol that you're consuming. So even though you're, let's say, better off than your friend, you're still probably drinking quite a lot. And I guess what this sort of challenge, has shown in me and sort of sparked in my mind is, I guess, the need to take a break every once in a while. So I think, like, for me, this is probably one of the few that I'm actually going to incorporate a lot more. I'm going to try and do it like every 3 months. So then I'll be taking effectively a third of the year off from booze. And I guess it's also, I shouldn't have to say this, I feel like this is obvious, but I will point out it's not an excuse because I didn't drink in July to consume all the alcohol I might have had now in August. Like, that kind of defeats the purpose of taking that month off. So, but yeah, I think it's something to sort of keep in mind. Like, you might be the lightest drinker of your friends, but that doesn't mean you're a light drinker. So I guess, assess that how you will and make changes if you want to. Anyway, guys, that's pretty much it. It's a pretty straightforward challenge. I just didn't drink and it was pretty easy. If you've gone a significant time without drinking, throw a comment in the comment section. I'd love to hear how you went. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll catch you guys next time. As always, stay cool.